Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday, January 2nd, 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. And I want to remind you, as always, this is a general daily read for all 12 signs for the collective. So just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't, all right? We will begin by pulling the overall focus / energy for the day from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck. And then we'll further pull the main part of the reading from the Tattoo Tarot deck. All right, as I lose my breath, let's aim on down and pull some cards. Alrighty, let's begin by pulling the Oracle card or cards, whatever we get. Some initial shuffling. For my beautiful collective for Sunday, the 2nd of January, 2022. For Sunday. Okay. An underlining focus on enlightenment. You'll be enlightened as to how to move forward on what the next steps are for you personally, or just how somebody's meant to come towards you in a successful manner. We'll leave that one at that. So you could definitely be getting some important downloads throughout this Sunday. But we have prosperity, gratitude, joy, and wisdom. Good energies. It's a day where you will feel prosperous. You'll be reminded of the prosperity that lies ahead. To be grateful for even the rough times. Feeling like it's a day where you will have at least some downtime. You will have time to balance things out, to focus on the gratitude, to focus on the prosperity and abundance, to understand fully as to what lies ahead, or at least gain a better understanding, going back to that enlightenment card. Feeling like there is something magical and sort of airy, a bit angelic about this day. You might just find yourself sort of gliding through the day in one way, shape, or form. Wow, I just got out of the shower, bear with me. Joy and wisdom. Well, let me show you these two cards since I just spoke upon them. There is something a bit uncomfortable about this day, though, as well. I'm not going to lie. We keep it real on this channel. There's something sort of angelic but slightly eerie about the day. You could wake up feeling a sense of discomfort within your stomach and your gut, in your bones, and it's you just trying to glide through the day, ignoring it, to ignore it, or to just try to figure out why that is. But there's a focus on joy, a focus on how joyful you feel, on why at times you feel a bit shaky when trying to enjoy yourself along the way, why you feel so wise one day and so the sense of lack the next, and allowing yourself to, moving forward, prioritize this wise feeling within oneself, as well prioritize the feeling of joy and happiness within your soul. Okay, so I'll line these up. Okay, bear with me. All right, let's pull one Tattoo Tarot card for each quarter of the day. I just heard stay on course. Not everyone needs to understand. As you become more enlightened, more in the know, in the knowing throughout this day, it's a reminder from Spirit and Universe that just because not everybody understands your path or where you're heading, or maybe some things that you sort of somewhat have figured out within your own mind and soul, it doesn't mean you need to change it up in one way, shape, or form. I hope that made sense. Sometimes I go on rants and I don't know where they end up. Okay, let's pull the last one right from the top of the deck. The Magician at the bottom of the deck. Manifest success. Manifest what you desire. Don't settle for less. It feels like this is a day where you'll be pushed to not only focus on the abundance and prosperity that lies ahead and that you've experienced up until this point, but to reflect on the bad times as well. How much of those struggles did you actually gain a level of understanding, more wisdom from? It's a day where you need to remember in order to manifest in a more efficient manner. Okay. Six of Swords in reverse. We're going to clarify each one before speaking upon it. What do we have for the Six of Swords in reverse? I just heard I can't leave yet, it's time to stay. I can't leave yet, it's time to stay. And it's the beginning of the day where almost immediately you're being pushed to remember. Being side by side with this prosperity card, the prosperous times, the difficult times, and all of the in-between. And it feels like all the meanwhile, you're being pushed to stay in one spot in this first quarter of the day, if possible, in order to reflect, in order to revisit, in order to remind oneself of how far you've come. With the High Priestess and the Sun, it's truly a very spiritually connected beginning to this Sunday, which could be a huge reason why you're feeling a bit eerie or a bit uncomfortable, that sense of discomfort once again. But with the Sun card, there's a focus on completion from the past, and what completion needs to take place do you need to manifest in order to feel a lot happier, a lot more joyful moving forward. It just feels like spirit is so damn present in this first quarter of the day in general, but this first quarter to remind you that prosperity lies ahead, to remind you once again how far you've come, even though you can't leave just yet. Interesting. King of Cups. Not everything's going to be totally clear at this point in the day, and that could make you feel like the sense of desire for more enlightenment. I heard that's the point. Okay, King of Cups. King of Cups. Judgment. So strong and so confident to wrap up, or making your way to wrap up the first half of the day, but why is it that you feel a bit emotional? Yeah, it could definitely have to do with the memories that you're reliving within one's mind, or even getting flashbacks from certain items or certain posts on social media, or what you're watching online or on TV. But it just feels like you need to take this quarter of the day as an opportunity to remember how wise you truly are, and to replace those strong emotions that resurface with wisdom, to remember that the emotions you've experienced up until this point, the emotional experiences and endings, have left you wiser and just stronger than ever, right? And it just definitely, excuse me as I struggle, plays into your overall confidence at the end of the day. But I need to release those emotions and replace it with a sense of higher learning, a higher understanding of oneself and your own individual path. Wow. I just heard your heart is pure. What are you going to do with it? Where are you going to place that love and concern and care? Two of Cups. Let's pull some clarifiers for this. This is for the third quarter of the day, as you can see. The King of Swords and the Four of Swords. To make your way to begin the second half of the day, there's a love connection, or the potential of which, that definitely sits at the tip of your mind. It feels like you can't help but think and think and think and mull over, when is this going to come to be? Or how is this going to come to be? How will this proceed? Being side by side with the gratitude card, I need to feel grateful for this connection, even if it's very minimal at this point in your life, or even if it's come to a halt. Being aligned with the Six of Swords in reverse, it's a situation you can't leave each other fully or at all. It feels very destined, very connected, very meant to be in a lot of ways. And it's a reminder that even if this person isn't side by side with you, your paths will cross one of these days. With the King of Swords and the Four of Swords, take a second to rest. Take this quarter to rest and reflect, and maybe even adjust your perspective if you're not feeling 100% grateful for this connection. To allow yourself to, with the King of Swords, utilize your knowledge, your wisdom that you gained over time from the ups, the downs, the difficulties, the horrible connections, even the positive ones, to make the best out of this individual and all they have to offer, and to present the best version of yourself to them when they do come towards you or you find your paths crossing. Nine of Cups. Let's clarify this one. With the Queen of Pentacles, I feel as if, I saw that at the bottom of the deck, there's a level of grounding that takes place in this last quarter of the day to finish things up. But I'm already getting the fact that this is coming through as sort of going through, being pushed to stroll down your own personal Hall of Fame. It's even like in the midst of all of the successes that you're being pushed to relive in this last quarter of the day, you'll see certain failures in the midst of it all. It's a day of reliving. The Knight of Wands, the Star, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Swords. And so all the meanwhile, even some of the positive memories, positive successes bring you a level of emotion, remind you of the heartbreak you've dealt with, and it leaves you feeling a bit depleted, or you just feel a bit depleted from all that you've been dealing with recently, or just the day that the day is contained and brought towards you, right? With the Knight of Wands and the Star, it's all about keeping that hope alive, to remember that things could be 10 times worse, to remember that you need to keep moving forward in a passionate, content and confident manner, but to not let your emotions, being aligned with the King of Cups, get the best of you or weigh you down along your individual path. Being side by side with this Joy card, it's to remind you that you still have some healing that needs to take place in order for you to feel that ultimate joy within, okay? I just feel as if it's truly a healing part of the day, even if certain emotions do resurface and it feels like the complete opposite, okay? Let's pull a Moonology card to wrap up this daily read for Sunday. I just heard as well, we're preventing a level of manifestation in the wrong direction, okay? Even if that doesn't feel like the case throughout the day, it's time to release negativity. And we also have adjustments are required and communication is key. And keep in mind that there is a rough cycle that is coming to a close. But communication is key, as there are certain adjustments that are required and will be truly highlighted throughout the Sunday. Okay? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I hope you have the most amazing Sunday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.